Israelites coming out here week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, or the daughter of Babylon, which is today's America, to let the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that they're the true children of Israel. So with that being said, I want to give all praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I want to say double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers and you brothers who are teaching and enduring the truth of sincerity. And also you women out there and you men that's enduring truth of sincerity. Alright? So I was looking for a particular scripture, but I want to get this starting out. You're going to get John chapter 6 verse 38.
This is the book of John chapter 6 and verse 38. It says, all that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me.
Yeah, and that's the key. He says, I came not down to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. And the reason why I brought this scripture out first is that you come into this ministry, it's not about what you want to do, how you figure the truth should be, how you figure that people should be treated, because it's no longer, you're no longer doing it to your own will, all right? Because people, if you do that, then you'll regulate who you want to repent to, who you want to judge, and who you don't want to judge. All right, you got to do the will of the Most High, not the will of your own self. All right. See, in the scriptures, can you get Titus chapter 1, verse 7.
Titus chapter 1 verse 7. For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker.
Yeah, and so it says not self-willed. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get the definition. Apparatus at work. Self-willed is self-pleasing, self-willed, arrogant. All right, and when you come into this ministry, it's not, oh, if you're not dark-skinned or a certain skin complexion, you're not an Israelite. If you can't grow a beard, you're not an Israelite. If you don't look like Shaft, you're not an Israelite. You're being self-willed. All right, you're going off what you want to do and how you want to do it, man. You know, a lot of people fall out because of their self-will. You know, they don't want to hit the highways. They don't want to do a certain amount of lessons a week. You know, they don't want to hate Esau. They don't want to, hate the evil. All right, but your meat is supposed to do the will of him that sent you. All right. So I want to get this word meat real quick.
pretty much just backing up everything that you were saying. This is Psalms chapter 40 and verse 8. It says, I delight to do thy will, O my power. Yea, thy law is within my heart. So like the brother was saying, man, it should be a delight to do the will. You know, you're not being self-willed. You're doing the Most High's will. And you're pushing forth His agenda, not an agenda of your own, serving your own belly, but with the Most High ones, which is ultimately what's best for the nation. Because it's not about you. It's not about, you know, your carnal mind. That's a real, what's the word? We're talking about yourself.
Yeah, it's self-will. It's narcissism.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And you only thinking about yourself. All right. So that word meat, it says, it goes back to just the word meat, that which is eaten, food. You know, and it basically goes to like a delight. You know what I'm saying? A satisfaction, a fulfillment. All right. So and you can read that real quick. That verse.
This is John chapter 4 and verse 34. It says, YAHAWASHI saith unto him, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work.
And to finish his work, not your own will. Now a person may say, I don't do my own will. But there's people that sit there and say that this the fact that, oh, I chose the Lord on this day. No, the Lord chose you. So when the Lord chooses you, like I was speaking with somebody earlier and it kind of brung up this lesson and this topic to address, because they'll say, oh, yeah, you know, God has unconditional love. I was like, no, He don't. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, He do, because you want this, you want the image of God to be in your mind how you want Him to be. That's not His will. Your meat should be according to His will.
That's a condition.
Yeah, it's a condition. You know, but what makes that ideal flaw is the fact that the Lord has laws. Those are conditions. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't say the Lord has unconditional love because He got conditions. Thou shalt not do this. Thou shalt not do that. You know what I'm saying? The word abomination is the thing that's most hateful to the Most High. The thing that He hates. All right, and let's get that in Sirach when it says, I hate the sinners. It's 12 and 6.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 6. It says, for the Most High hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
Yeah, so He don't have no unconditional love, because that means, why would He hate sinners? If He has unconditional love, that means He gonna love anybody, everybody, and allows a person to do what they want. All right, and basically people try to create the Most High out of their mind, and not according to His will, man. You got to deal with the Most High according to His will, okay? And then when you're dealing with the Most High according to His will, you got to do things outside of your own will, all right? You got to get outside your comfort zone, okay? Such as with Jonah going to Nineveh, all right? Jonah clearly did not want to go. But that was the Lord's will, and the Lord ultimately made him do it, man. All right? You can't take no breaks. You can't do it how you want to do it. Just like when the Lord told Paul, look, you go to war, you better wait on Samuel, man. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't wait on Samuel. And he made that sacrifice without Samuel. And then that fucked everything up. And he didn't have any bad intentions. He was like, yo, you know, we losing this war. You know, let me call upon the Most High, man. And then as soon as he finished sacrificing, Samuel rolled up. You know, like, well, what the fuck are you doing? You know, that's the most frustrating thing ever, man. All right? And basically, Saul didn't listen to the will of the Most High, man. You know, you have to, you're gonna, like Saul's situation, he was uncomfortable. He was losing the war. He was rightfully uncomfortable. People are dying. Yeah. And they broke in the gates. They was getting closer, and he was like, it's over with, man. But then he got out of order, made that sacrifice, and then Samuel pops up, boom. Then Samuel said, why did you do this? As in a question like, let me hear it, and then if you give me a good answer, I'm gonna forgive you. Or the Most High forgive you. No, it's like, didn't the Lord tell you to wait, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, he was like, well, we was losing the war, but the Lord told you to wait, man. It ain't about what you want to do. You're supposed to do the will of the Father, man. You know?
You always say, the road to hell is full, paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
He had good intentions to try to, save everybody that was getting messed up. But at the end of the day, that wasn't what he was supposed to be doing.
Yep. And this idea and this mentality trickles down into order. It trickles down into enthusiasm. All right, because you're not supposed to be in this truth and be. I can't say you're not supposed to be comfortable, but you shouldn't look for company. You do what it takes to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to study when you're supposed to study, man. You're supposed to study, not because I feel like studying, man. No, you're a minister, man. All right? Nobody's working to say, oh, I feel like working. You know what I'm saying? You're working for a purpose. All right? Now, when we come to the ministry and the fold, we're working for YAHAWASHI, we're working for His purpose, man. So now we gotta study. When we gotta move things aside, we can't sit there and read when we feel like reading. We gotta read continuously, man. We gotta meditate on continuously. All right? I can't sit around and be around these brothers for a benefit. That's just a part of the cake, man. You know, we are a body, man. So you gotta utilize brothers for what they are, man. Sometimes you gotta get uncomfortable and put yourself out there for the flock, man. That's why it says it's the in season and out of season. Because out of season is out of comfort zone, man. Also the elements of the weather, man. You know? That's it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 9. It says, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High.
Yep, so the Lord don't deal with the ungodly and the ungodliness. All right? He don't deal with both aspects of it. So basically you gotta be of the will of the Most High. And again, this is a very broad but yet one lane type of subject, man. When you sign up for this, you are no longer doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you sign up and sign that contract with that job of being in slavery, you basically gotta get up when they tell you to get up. You don't get up when you want to no more. You know what I'm saying? Unless they allow you a rest day, you know, which we call off days, then you can sleep in how you want to sleep in. So once you sign up with the Most High, with this employment agency, you gotta read consistently. You gotta be a man of the Lord consistently. You gotta be attentive and active in attendance. Okay, and I ain't talking about physically there. You gotta be mentally there also, man. And that's why, like, the apostles used to always get out there and rebuke brothers that are out on the highways and you just a bump on the log, man. You're at the congregation and you just a bump on the log, man. You know? It's like, what are you here for, man? You know what I'm saying? Just because it may be not comfortable for you or it may be not your cup of tea, you could be doing something else right now. You better be mentally here. Because like I always say, this is my mentality, man. Look, I always imagine myself in front of Esau and his army, man. And if I look to my left and I look to my right, and you see your phone, you see a friend in the world, you see your shorty, you see, you know, your video game, you see your gym, you got your barbells and your membership, you see your gun or this TV show, YouTube. That's what's gonna help you fight. you're gonna be not confident in those elements, man. So but if you look to your left and to your right, and you see a brother, why? Because you invested in those brothers, man. So they're gonna be there fighting with you. Then you'll feel way more comfortable, man. And a lot of you bumps on the log. You know what I'm saying? You're investing in the world. You're more entertained by your own self-pleasures, man. You know, and your self-pleasure should be to everything that's of the will of the Most High, man. That's involved in the will of the Most High, man. You know, just like I told somebody the other day, man. I said, I don't give a fuck who it is. I respect anybody that's in the ministry to a high level, man. To a high level. Why? Because they're doing the will of the Most High, and in that day, they're going to either be doing the protecting or going to need the protection. All right? That's the reality. So it's like right now, you appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like gathering up the oil with the knowledge. You need to appreciate it now, because when the time comes, you're going to find a whole lot of pleasure in reading and studying and trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that. You got something?
This is Sirach 37 and 12. It says, but be continually with the godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
That's right. That will sorrow with thee. Be continually with them. Does that mean hang around or no? It's more than that. It's more than just being in that person's presence. It's really like picking their mind, man. You know? If you want to know something, you know, you pick their mind. You appreciate their presence, man. You know? And you could tell a difference between a person that's actually attentively around you and a person that's just there because they gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in this truth because you gotta be, because you know America's gonna be destroyed. So you just gonna do the bare minimum in order to make it to the end. The Lord don't deal with that bare minimum, man. And you don't gotta go, well, you do gotta go all out, but your performance as far as comparing and contrast like me to the apostles. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, they did the work for 30 years, they breaking it down. They got all the breakdowns, they got all the knowledge, they got all the wisdom, and if I don't have that level, I'm not gonna make it. No, that's not the standard. The standard is about how sincere you are and how long you last. Because it says the race is not given to the swift, okay? And it says, what's the other scripture, man? It says, press it to the mark, endure to the end. You know what I'm saying? Make it, finish. But you can't finish. You know, you running a race with somebody on your team and you tired and you walking. You see your dude walking, man. You'll be pissed the hell off, man. Like, run, man. What you doing? Well, I lost anyway, or I'm last. I didn't get first place. It's like, man, fucking run, man.
That's a whole ass mentality.
Yeah, that's that quitter.
Yeah.
You know?
Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out and meet him. Yeah, so that bridegroom is representation of YAHAWASHI. Those virgins is representation of us, man. All right, and that oil is a representation of the truth. Okay. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out.
Yeah, so now they wouldn't worry about the oil. Why you think they didn't have oil? They wasn't worried about it, man. They didn't consider that it was important at the time to gather this oil up. Clearly, if they weren't gathering the oil up, they was doing something else contrary to it. If the oil is about the truth, and it's not about just memorizing everything, it's talking about gathering that oil as far as putting it inside you and growing spiritually, okay? Because you can know all the scriptures in the world and don't have the oil within you, man. All right? So, right now, while we're here, while it's called today, we're supposed to be gathering our oil up. We're supposed to be growing and developing, constantly meditating on the Lord, on progressing ourselves spiritually. So, when the Lord comes like a thief in the night, I want you to get that scripture. You're not caught with your pants down, man. You know what it said? Least he find you so doing. You know what I'm saying? This is a very simple concept. If you're constantly doing the right thing, when the Lord comes, you ain't got to worry about getting right, man. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that from doing the work in a nursing home, man. And then the state come in and everybody scrambling and trying to fix everything. And I seen that little Asian dude, he walk around calm as hell. Everybody panicking. Oh, what? And everybody leaving him alone. And I'm asking him, I was like, man, you know, you had that cash conversation, you know, state coming in, all right? Like, man, I ain't worried about that shit, man. I was like, why you ain't worried about it? He said, because if you do everything right all the time, you ain't got to worry about getting right, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the state come in and say, oh, you don't clean this, you didn't turn this person, and you ain't do this, and you ain't do that. So they're constantly looking at what you're doing wrong, but if you're working and striving for perfection, then you don't have to worry about if you're right or not. If the Lord came today, would you make it? It's a real question, man. Are you spiritually on a level, mentally on a level? You know what I'm saying? Are you on fire? You know what I'm saying? Can you match that energy? You know what I'm saying? When the Lord comes, you should be excited, but you shouldn't have to get excited type of deal. You should already be excited right now. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to get elated and say, oh, but it shouldn't be like you chilling and you in the world. Then the Lord comes like, oh, you coming. Oh, I got my Bible. Let me start reading. I'm ready to read now. No, you're supposed to have that energy all throughout, man. Okay? Yeah, man, let's bring them on out, man, when y'all can. Just get them in.
First, Matthew 25:9. But the wise answer saying, not so. Least there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
Man, you better go get your own oil, man. At the end of the day, this brother can't save me, I can't save him. And it's the same goes forth for all of us, man. So what you gotta do, you gotta work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That don't mean I'm solo dolo. What it means is that only I can save myself through the power of YAHAWASHI. Alright? Only time you can save or have the ability to save someone else is if you have a wife or you got a woman got a husband, man. Because the Lord has saved your household through your work. Okay? As the scripture says in Corinthians, man. You know?
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with them into the marriage, and the door was shut.
Yeah, ain't no, you know, you like, man, I'm ready to go too. It's like, nah, but you ain't trustworthy. G, you gotta, you know, your virtue game ain't up. You don't know no scriptures like that. You know what I'm saying? If we say do this and do that, and you questioning it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you still got that pride demon on you, to where a brother trying to rebuke you, and you like, why you gotta be telling me I'm always wrong and shit? And like, bro, you can't come on this trip tripping like this, man. You know what I'm saying? You like that friend a nigga can't bring no good, man. Like, you hang out with them, they cool, but I can't take you over here because you don't know how to act right. You know what I'm saying? Now, until you act right, then now you can rock with it. Now, it ain't like we don't want you to come, right? It's like, but you don't act right, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't got enough etiquette to roll up in these places, man. And you don't want to be in that atmosphere. If you can't be taken everywhere spiritually, then you need to, this is the time to tighten up, because the scriptures say that when they had liberty, they loathed the law, man. Let's go.
This is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Yeah, by his work and by his faith. You're not going to be able to escape by the faith of another. We're not going to be able to escape by the works of this camp as a unit. Our individual attributes, our contributions, our individual contributions to this camp is what's helping us with salvation. But if I'm out here and these brothers bring out precepts and I'm just like, man, I don't feel like being here, and I'm just regurgitating this, that means this, that's precept, yeah, that means that. That's great. I'm like, in my mind, I can't wait to get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then this situation is righteous, but them being attentive spiritually and physically, that's what's gonna give them the keys to their salvation. But I be booted out. And what the Lord say? Depart from me, I never knew you, you workers of iniquity. Why would he say that? You know what I'm saying? Because he said, many shall call upon my name. He said, even they shall heal and like do miracles in his name, man. But then he said, depart, for I never knew you, you workers of iniquity. Why would he say that? Because you wasn't here. You was just doing his work, which was supposed to be done. It's gonna get done anyway.
I'll get back to that. I got a piece of based off of that. This is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer.
Yep, be swift to hear. And with thy life, be sincere, be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do something that you don't want to do. That's the most frustrating thing. You be with a woman that you don't want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Only a fake motherfucker will do that. Be with an ugly ass nigga because he got money and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Keep that funky ass spirit on somewhere, man. It's Sirach chapter 7 verse 15. Hate not laborers' works, neither husbandry which the Most High hath ordained. No.
Can we get the word ordained in that verse? He said laborers' works with
Fine. This was Sirach. I'll read it again. Sirach chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, hate not laborers' works, neither husbandry which the Most High Yahawah hath ordained. You know, and I know the brother's gonna get the specific definition for it, but the precept in here for ordained is created. You know, so these works that YAHAWASHI have set up for us, it says to not hate these things, man. These things are gonna lead us unto life. You know, like the brothers mentioned, as far as everybody being doing their own works. You know, we come together as a unit, but everybody has to do their own works. The Most High created those works for certain men to be elected. Why is it 140? It's 144,000 men. You know, it's separate men. These are all different men that are doing the will of YAHAWASHI.
And the word ordained, the etymology means to appoint or admit to the ministry of the church, also to decree, prepare, place in order, consecrate, designate, and directly from Latin ordinare, put in order. All right, so the labor's works is the order. So get up off your ass and do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, hey, let's do a lesson. Man. Let me get in my car, man. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to not hate laborers' works. It should be a part of you. And if it's not, you gotta find out why. You know, as brother said a while ago, you gotta find something in this truth that interests you. You know what I'm saying? For me, I bounce around, man. Whoever lights my spirit, man. If I gotta get in Rome, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get into these fucking Caesars, man. You know what I'm saying? Or I wanna get into that any aspect of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna ignite my mind. It's gonna give me the spirit and motivation to keep digging for it. But if I'm just being repetitive and what's the word for it? Basically just doing it. Like you're going through the motions, but you're not going through the motions. You're just doing it in this logical way. Yeah, if I read this, and I keep reading it over and over, I'm a memorize it. Nah, man, you gotta excite your mind, cause you'll get bored. You know?
I got the. That's why I say it's a blessing to man that read it too, because once you get to reading and you digging, and the spirit, I have you going into different things that you may need to get into. You know, and that'll keep that fire lit, you know.
I got the Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition of ordained. And one thing that stuck out, it says to invest. So, like the brother said, you know what I'm saying, with the reading, you got to invest in that, or finding something that you like. You invest it into YAHAWASHI. You put your time in, you're invested. You have an interest in the game, so to speak. What do you do when you invest your money? You want to see it grow? You want to, get financial freedom or whatever? It's the same in this truth. You're investing your time, your energy in this truth to get what? To get the kingdom.
It's Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 27. It says, the slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of the diligent man is precious. So, hey, I'll read it again. It says, the slothful man roasteth not which he took in hunting. And, that's what? The scriptures, the wisdom. You're not utilizing it. You're not using it. As the brother mentioned,
not using it. You're not cooking it. You're not marinating it. You're not seasoning it. You know what I'm saying? You roasting not. You know what I'm saying? You just did it. You know what I'm saying? You went hunting, you did it, it's over with. As soon as you finish, you take your garment off and I'm done. You're supposed to season that thing, marinate it, sit it in the refrigerator for a day. Let it come back out. Smoke it, take out the smoke and put it in the oven, come out, you know what I'm saying, and do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the scriptures are correlated to food, man.
Yeah, food. Yeah, that's beautiful. Because when you rush, what happens when you rush meat? You just throw it in the oven, it get tough. You know what I'm saying? It comes out rubbery.
Put it on 500,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, instead of 350.
Yeah,
You're hungry. You want to eat now, so you want to hurry up and cook it. And now you had a piece of meat that could have been tender, but you didn't rush it.
The same piece of meat. Me and this brother could go into the same store, get the same meat, and if we cook it two different ways, we can use the same seasoning and everything. But if it's not cooked with attentiveness and care, it's not going to come out the same, man. You know?
Chewing on a piece of that same meat for 20 minutes.
Got it. You can't even get it off the meat. You can't get the meat off the meat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta chew it off.
Right.
God damn, you know?
You gotta put it through a grinder just to...
Yeah, you gotta put it through a juicer and shit. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Get that bit tenderized, man. But the whole point is that when you get this truth, you're supposed to, it's like a woman, man. And if you're in a relationship with a woman and you just beating a box up because that's what you're supposed to do, it ain't gonna be the same, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in there with some passion. This truth is, you gotta get in it with a passion. Don't eat pork and you just looking at it like, don't eat pork, that pork smells so good. You're not supposed to be like, yo, it's fucking filth, man. The animal's filthy, man. It's a bottom feeder. It's a garbage disposal. Motherfucker came and looked up. You know what I'm saying? It's just an abominable animal. That's what scripture says, get wisdom above all that I get and get understanding, man. Because if you get understanding, you got a passion for the truth, man. Because if your passion is, once your passion goes out or lowers, you need to have control over yourself in order to ignite it back up, man. For being in this truth for a long time. When I first started, everything was very interesting to me, man. Every single thing about the truth, because I didn't know nothing about nothing. So if I go into Jeremiah, I'm blown away. Ooh, this is hot. This, you know what I'm saying? But then once you read it over and over, you come back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, running through them, you know what I'm saying? But now once you start getting seasoned and you start seeing Jeremiah again, you gotta find something that ignites your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Get the precepts together. You go into the history of the I don't want to get it wrong. The last 7 kings of Israel. We're talking about can you get Jeremiah chapter 1? For sure. Because once I get one of their names in. But me and the brother was reading Jeremiah, And we felt like we was gonna go through them first 3 chapters like nothing, and we didn't even get past the first 3 verses because we was roasting the meat, man. You know?
It's Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, the words of Jeremiah the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Anathoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord Yahawah came in the days of Josiah the son of Ammon, king of Judah.
Yeah, Josiah. So Josiah was one of the kings, man. All right, and they had a bunch of kings. It's basically the kings that came after Absalom and all them, man. You know, and it was named like the last 7 kings based off the Babylonian captivity. You know, and it was like this king was good, this king was bad, man. What that post at? You got that poster? It's in the car. Yeah, it's in the car. Okay. Get the poster. Saying they got the last 7 kings, and they show the good kings and the bad kings. You know what I'm saying? And it's so much. It was so much. Just reading that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
It says it came, verse 3. It came also in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah.
So now it's like, oh man, we thought we was about to read. We thought we were about to get some highlighters out and go through our generic phase of it, you know. But our interest was like, we about to dig, and we didn't even make it past that set of verses, man. Cause we ended up looking up the kings, who was a good king, who was a bad king. You know what I'm saying? The order of the kings, what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? There's so much might in knowing and understanding that time frame. You know what I'm saying? What king was going on, you know, when the book was written, what it was written about. You know what I'm saying? Because all these books, most of the books of the prophets are written in Babylon, the time of Babylon. So it ain't all about the same thing. You got Lamentations, you got Micah, you got Jeremiah, you know, Isaiah, and they're all addressing, of course, the downfall of this current Babylon, but they all had a certain angle that they was going. Like Jeremiah gets on a hard-headed ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, come. Yeah, so like this what this came from when we read Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? And you get the see, like you said, the northern kings. Then you got the kings of the south, Asa and all them. You know, like I said, Josiah. You know, Jehoiakim. You have all these kings, and the kings really came out of the ones that were acknowledged, the ones from Judah. You know what I'm saying? But you got Hoshea, Jeroboam. You know what I'm saying? Pekah. But they really deal with the, you know, from like Uzziah, Amaziah, Ahaz, and you start getting into their situation, and then you read, and then you can see why and who was doing what and why Babylon's in a condition. You understand why Isaiah was addressing in that fashion, because you could see how the king was operating. And then you'll read about this one and you'll be like, oh, okay, it makes sense now, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes you wiser, okay? Instead of just reading and regurgitating what the apostles say, you're supposed to tend to this gospel, man. This is your own. You got to make your own food, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, brother. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your own food. You can't sit here and expect somebody to cook your food for you. You know? Yeah, right. Right. No, you go ahead. But yeah. So and when you cooking your own food, you shouldn't be rushing it, trying to compete with somebody else. You make your food how you want to make it, man. All right. It's like everybody got their own spirit. We all eat, but some brothers like this food spicy. Some brothers like their food, you know, mild, sweet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we all make grits. Some people like sugar in their grits. Some people like no spice in their grits. Yeah.
I repeat my mind on that.
Yeah. That's on y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with me.
This
that judging man is need a drink.
Wow. I appreciate that. I was blown away.
1 Corinthians 11 and verse 33. The point is in 34. It says, wherefore, my brethren, when you come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation, and the rest will I set in order while I come. So, you know, like you said, you gotta get this for yourself. You know, eating at home is what? Doing your own work, studying, digging on your own. But when you come together, if you have questions, then that's when y'all break bread, man.
Yeah, have something. Every week you should have something to bring to the table, to the ministry, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a doctrine or a song, I can't say a doctrine, but a proper breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Have something that you could bring to the table. Something to improve the camp, man. You know what I'm saying? Every year you get income taxes, or you come up on something, come up on a little, don't immediately go and get yourself something, man. Do something for the ministry, man. You know? Like you should improve. It should be an excitement that you're here, because you're gonna have something that you could bring to the table. And when you're gone, your presence should be missed. You know? You should be like a person like, man, if he was here, boy, I would have had a whole lot more precepts and, you know, not saying nothing against the brothers, but, you know, that should happen. You know, if this brother here, man, I had that reader, man, you know, he had the precepts fast and woo, woo, woo. You should take pride in that, man. But it shouldn't be like, oh, I didn't even know you was gone. You know, like, what? You should. You know what I'm saying? It should feel weird when a brother's not there, man. You know? You go get the Esdras real quick.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 7. It says that everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Yeah, so you're supposed to escape by your works and by your faith. You know what I'm saying? And how do you reassure your faith in your works? Let's do your own work, man. You know?
It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Yeah, like when I'm listening to the apostles, I don't just listen because that's the apostles. I listen because they got information. You know what I'm saying? And everything is vital. Everything is important, man. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to listen to eat it and digest. You know, not to sit there and say, you know, like a pet peeve of mine, when somebody breaking something down, you'd be like, oh, that's a book such and such. It's like, man, we all know that. Let that brother get down, man, and just listen for a hot second and eat. It's not a knowledge bowl. So what? You know it. You didn't use it. You know what I'm saying? You sitting see somebody working on a bag. Oh, that's a jam. Like, but you ain't show nobody. You know what I'm saying? Let that situation grow, man. Sometimes brothers that have something to bring to the table for a reason, regardless if you know about it or not. You know?
Yeah, it's like I was watching this video and Des Bryant, he was running routes, and the guy asked me, he said, man, you know, how did you do that? Why did you run that route like that? He said, well, you know, I got my footwork right, and I was looking at your footwork, so if I knew you were going to try to push me to the inside, I fake to the inside, and then you bite on it, then I go to the outside. You know, he was dropping jewels. And then the guy was like, any high school receiver, any college receiver that's watching this, you need to be taking notes, because he's dropping jewels right now. And that's the same with us in this truth. Because like the brother was saying, when we watch the apostles, when we watch elders and older brothers, or really anybody, you know, those are jewels being dropped. So we should be taking notes, we should be attentive to what whatever lessons is going on and what they got to say, because it's gonna, in the end, it's gonna build us up.
You shouldn't be like, ooh, he shook him. That's how our brothers is. They're for entertainment and shit. You want to see the apostles argue with somebody, or curse out somebody. That one get the most views, or you talk cursing out the nigga woman and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is, they're doing things in righteousness, but you're not like looking at things with a spiritual eye, man. Like, man, they got poise, man. I'd have been to punch them in the face by now. You know what I'm saying? Or look how he got this precept, he got that precept, or this person's in order and that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
This Sirach chapter 7 verse 14. Use not many words in a multitude of elders.
Yeah, use not many words in a multitude of elders. Basically, you're supposed to listen. That's the only way you get smarter. Everybody want to look smart by keep talking. You're supposed to listen, man, and hear. And you'll understand more when you listen to people, man. You know, if somebody, even a crackhead, man, telling you about his ride on crack, listen. Because he'll show you how not to be on crack, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, damn, look at you. It's like crack, man. I was talking to this one dude. He was talking about he was a recovering addict or something like that. And he was like, yeah, man, I used to walk. I used to just walk, man. I used to walk from North Omaha to South Omaha, out west. He said, I used to use so much drugs that my body shut down on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening. The carnal mind be like, man, this nigga a basehead. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, this man standing upright right now. You know, his concept of like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to work. He doing everything, nigga. Like they say, count. You know, we work at where we gotta count the material as it goes out. Most of people just go there like, oh, it's back there. Good, sign off. No, he be in that motherfucker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That man happy to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and lease on life.
Yeah, he's more attentive and appreciative of the details. Basically, you get non-appreciative of the opportunity that the Most High give you, man. That's a result of it, because when you get this truth, or you get that woman, man, and you all over, man, and then you know you can hit it anytime you want. You kind of get unappreciative, man. You know, and you started not treating it the same, not taking care of it the same. You know, you gotta find something to excite your mind. Like even with a car. You know what I'm saying? Just keep adding on to the car. It's gonna make you appreciate the car more and more. You know? Yeah, you wash your car and this and that, but if you don't do nothing to it, you're gonna get bored of it. Get that interior switched out. Put the stereo system in it. You know what I'm saying? Change out the gas tank, change out the fuel pump, the fuel injector, and all this. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be excited. You're gonna be wiping that motherfucker down every day if you do that. So you're supposed to do that with the ministry, man. You're supposed to be souping it up every time, man. When you go into Jeremiah, add that turbo kit on there, man. Go into the Hebrew. Alright? Because you ain't learned, you got so much you can do. You can learn the whole book of Jeremiah in Hebrew, which is impossible time-wise. So it ain't like nothing should get boring. Like oh boy, well I read the Bible, I'm good, I don't need it anymore. Like what?
Basics.
I got the basics. It's like so many layers. It's an endless path to growth. So it shouldn't get boring to be, you know, around brothers, man. You know? And brothers can attest, like I can even become overbearing and annoying because I'm always trying to see something that we can fix within the camp, within ourselves. It's like, and I'm always like, hey man, we're not doing this, or this is the type of spirit I'm seeing, we need to work on this. It's constantly like, and it makes you like, god damn, like I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? But now like we could be doing this right now. You know, you ever had that supervisor like, you know, you like, I did my job, and you like, I really want to chill low key, and be like, hey man, how about we go over here and work on this? You're like, nah, low key, I ain't gonna do that. But then you start getting hit, and you start hiding and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like that within the truth, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I had seen this post on social media, which like, man, it adds so much to what you're saying. You know, it says, do you want to be comfortable or do you want to grow? Because you can't do both. You know, I was like, that's heavy. You know, because that's true. That's why 2 Peter says to continually grow in the grace and the knowledge of HaMashiach, man. You can never go far enough. You know, so that was a heavy quote when I seen it, man.
Yeah, you with the flock, and because they ain't doing nothing that's comfortable to you, that's comfortable, you out. You either mentally disconnect or you physically disconnect. And you wonder why your spirit ain't rising up and growing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not attentive. You're not. Let's leave that as Sirach says, way out the doorsteps of the elders, man. You know, and we've been getting that for a while as of late, man. You know, Like, you're supposed to be obsessed with growth, because the pride in your mind should reflect your actions, man. And I ain't talking about walking around and acting like I'm the shit. You know, as a boxer, I got a pride in whooping somebody's ass. I want to whoop your ass. That's my, I don't get in there and get my ass beat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my skills. I'm going to sharpen my tools. I'm going to figure out what the hell to do, man, and how to do it, man. You know? And it's not charged. Gotta delete some stuff. Yeah, y'all just gotta make sure next time. Just go through
This is Sirach chapter 6. And we're gonna get straight to the point and run that whole riff. This is Sirach 6 and 32. It says, "My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding."
Yeah, so if thou love to hear, you gotta want it. You gotta get up off your ass and go get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I teach people in the truth, man. If you want it, you'll come get it. I'll give you whatever you want if you ask for it. You know what I'm saying? What the Lord said, ask and you shall receive. I'm not the Lord, but I know from my experience, and sometimes I used to be conflicted about it and wondering if I was tripping within the truth and saying, man, you know, am I like not extending my hand out too much for people and brothers? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, man, if you want something, you'll go get it, man. You know? And you can't just sit there and act like, oh, the truth is born and y'all don't do this, or that just, they're shallow-minded. It's just like watching, like you got the decafs, dumbass casual fans. You shouldn't, in this truth, you shouldn't be a decaf. You shouldn't be like, I want to find where somebody's arguing. I want to find that good lesson. You know what I'm saying? Even with the brothers, the boy Wilder.
Yeah. I'm
about to end the ants. Yeah. So you shouldn't be a decaf to the ministry. Just like with the brother y'all mentioned, like, oh, you know, the brothers are squatted up. You know what I'm saying? Which is beautiful. But the main thing is like what they're saying. You know, not taking nothing from those brothers. I know those brothers are getting down, but I'm quite sure there's another brother somewhere by itself or by two and two that's getting down, and he might even get down more. You know what I'm saying? So to be wooed is a beautiful thing to see as far as the ministry and them gathering together. But that when it comes to that information, you know what I'm saying? You might get you know something somewhere else, man. Like I said, don't read a book by, don't judge a book by its cover. And again, it's not saying take anything I know. The brothers getting down, is brothers getting down. But there's times, man, that's how I learned so much, you know what I'm saying, information. They had this one brother, I forget if he's in New York or the Carolinas, and he was talking about laying on the bosom of YAHAWASHI and what the bosom is, and basically the fact that when you eat with your right hand, and the other side is open, and that's the side that's closest to your heart. You know what I'm saying? And while you're eating this way, people naturally just basically lean like this, and they're in your bosom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it was just like, my spirit was just like, let me listen to this, but I ain't listening to him that much. And I opened, I was like, man, I was wooed, man. Right. It's like, dang, man, I didn't even know this, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not taken away from anybody else, but what I'm saying is that you're just appreciative of the information, and you're just looking and digging, and it made me excited to do what? Watch more videos. Now I'm looking at trying to find brothers everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get into that atmosphere of just only listening to the apostles, or only listening to the apostles and the brothers from Dallas. Then you like the big camps. You know what I'm saying? And they be having brothers that be getting busy, man. You know? Or when the camp split off and brothers do their individual lessons. You know? it's a beautiful thing when you get somebody one-on-one, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love that time one-on-one, because it's that sitting at having that dinner with so-called Bill Gates. You know, to sit there and have a conversation with an apostle, you just got them one-on-one, man. It ain't to say, oh, you know, it ain't to say, oh man, I was with the apostle hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I'm vibing, I'm listening. Because I've been around the apostles for the most part, not for the most part, but I've been around all of them, but not as individuals. I've probably been around two apostles, Apostle Carl and Apostle Ramlab, and the relationship changed. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the respect is always there, but you know, they'll exchange numbers, like you'll get a good report from them. Like, hey man, you all right, man? Hey, you know, take my number, and then you call them and they know you. Like, yo, what's up, man? Hey man, how you doing, brother? You know, he's okay. Yeah, so it's like, you know, you build that rapport, man. You know what I'm saying? And then now you get to get that information, and by you constantly communicating with them, they start sharing information with you. This is that, this. Have you seen this? You know, chilling with Apostle Ricard, and now he's here. You know, hey man, that's some bullshit. Ain't no Gadite shit. There ain't no native shit. You know, hey, put this movie on. Watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? That's becoming being around them, instead of I'm taking selfies, we post it. You know, I know we took a picture the other day. That's, you know, it's brought to mind. That's what we you know, we did that. That's like a leisure thing. We rarely take pictures, but that's not our thing. Well, look at all of us. You know, just how I'm talking to the brother. He was like, he ain't even with the pictures, man. He loved the experience, cause that, you know, you can't, you know, it's not for everybody, man. This is for me, so I don't need a picture. The picture's in my mind already, you know. So it's not like you don't want to be shallow-minded with appreciating this gospel, man. You know, like you're supposed to love this truth, not just because it gives you salvation, but because it's the truth. You know, it makes you wise, it makes you sturdy. Makes you the man who you are. It's everything, man. You know?
Yeah, that's why I got to read something. Sirach chapter 8, verse 8 says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs, for of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease.
Acquaint thyself. Can you get that word acquaint? Baba Kushai, etymology. It says acquaint thyself with their proverbs. And proverbs is like deep sayings, man. You know?
It says, then verse 9 says, miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding and give answer when as need requireth. You know, so hey, and because these are renowned men. You know, the elders that we have, the elders and apostles that we have, these are renowned men. Not just off of face value, but off of the wisdom that they put out there. You know, and you know, like we've been saying for years. I've been watching the apostles and elders all these times, and so far, through the Spirit, they ain't let me down. Everything that they say go look it up yourself, and it's always on point. You know, this is how it's beautiful, man. And like the brother said earlier, truth can come from anywhere. But we have the apostles and elders where they had that experience in the scriptures, man.
I got it. This is a quaint from early 13th century. It says to make oneself known. It says reflective, now obsolete. It says to gain for oneself's personal knowledge of, to make known, to make or seek acquaintance of, to make known.
Yeah, so you basically taking what they have and making it your own. So if they got these proverbs, you acquaint yourself with it by basically getting so much of the information that you can teach that same information as though you found that information out. You know what I'm saying? You acquaint yourself with their proverbs. You know, like I was talking to somebody a couple days ago, and I said something like years back, and they came to me and said, man, I remember when you said this a while ago, and I really couldn't understand it, but now I understand it. You know what I'm saying? and that they became what? Acquainted with that proverb, you know? And you sometimes, if you're attentive and you pay attention and you really listen and ask questions, it don't take years, man. You know, if you're really attentive, you know? But if you just in your mind and you think you know it and you think you got it and you don't want to listen to somebody, then you'll never grow and you'll never learn, man. You know?
So back in Sirach chapter 6 and verse 35, it says, "Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door."
Yep. So it's like, even when we had our discussion yesterday about the supersets, right? I went home and looked it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, to really understand, yeah, I was more sturdy on what I was saying, but like, I had to sit there and say, man, look, I don't know much about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and research it and see what it is. You know what I'm saying? I found out it is a rotation, you know what I'm saying? But I also found out that supersets there's two different types. There's one when you flip grips and leave the other one, and it's really about not resting, but you're not supposed to, basically you're supposed to continuously work. So basically I'm doing push-ups to diamonds, to outside, to this push-up, to that push-up, but I'm not resting. My rest is minimal. Now, and then you got the same one to where you're doing diamonds, rest, diamonds, rest, diamonds. Is two different types. But at the end of the day, it's all about condensing the amount of rest and increasing the amount of reps that you can do within that small amount of rest. And so that's listening, you know what I'm saying, which I did to send my salaki to the brother, or just give my understanding to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just about the rest. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand it. I understand the science behind it. Not just saying, oh, that's not this, you do it like this, because this is how I do it. You know what I'm saying? You acquaint yourself with proverbs. Understand, like, why would you do this and do that? You know, like I said, man, I was working at Planet Fitness. I'm walking up to bodybuilders and shit. Yo, how you get big? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get like that, G? You know what I'm saying? And this is what I do. Like, even endomorph, ectomorph, the dude was telling me how to get the V shape and all that. He said you gotta work the top and the bottom, then you gotta do this, you gotta confuse your body with different reps. You know what I'm saying? And like, you do the same thing but doing it different ways, so your muscles will get confused. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I'm gathering that information. It's not just something, because you can, again, you can just Google something and just don't roast your meat. You just go hunt. You know what I'm saying? You just Google it and start doing it. But to really sit down, take them notes, you know what I'm saying? Get all I get and get understanding. Take them notes, man. Sit there and study them, watch them. I used to sit there and watch people work out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know no weird shit. But I used to watch and just sit there, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this dude, you know, big. And then I take my information, I ask them, and then I take that information, then I go to my boxing coach, you know what I'm saying? And I ask questions. I sit down, I'm exercising, I'm doing the stuff that I learned in the gym at Planet Fitness, then I go to my gym, and then I'm working out my fighter, and then I go to my coach and I ask him, look, man, am I doing anything wrong? Is there anything I could be doing better? Because I want to marinate this development, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, look, you're teaching him, he's gonna be big and clunky. Getting him to do that, man. You need to do these type of exercises. It's good that he's getting stronger, but he's gonna start to get clunky. You know what I'm saying? So now we're adjusting the exercise for where it's performance-based. You know what I'm saying? And now I know, look, if somebody wants to get big, because you got people that want to lose weight, you got people that want to get big, you got people that want to get performance big, you got people that want to actually like get larger, get ripped. And when you're a personal trainer, you got somebody walk up to you like, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight around here. Or I want to lose weight like that. You got to know how to tell them, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you just go over there and you just do these bicep presses. You know, this is what I seen on, no, and this motherfucker arm's stupid dumb big now because you told him to do it the wrong way. Instead of telling them to do it fast, high reps, you know what I'm saying? You can't just tell a person how you work out. This is how I work out. They ain't gonna do nothing but be another you. You and I don't even know how. Like you just big for no fucking reason, don't even know how to use your muscles and shit. You know? So it comes the same thing with this ministry, man. Understand the gift. You know, that's how you flip your talent. Is that you grow it. You like I said, you season it, you marinate it, man. You know, speaking. You sit there and you don't just, repeat, okay? All right? And just repeat the same thing another person says or the same way they say it, and it makes you fluent in your speech. No, you take your time. You know what I'm saying? If you study things more, you become more fluent with your talk. You know what I'm saying? It makes you, that's from my experience. You know what I'm saying? If I read that verse over and over and over, I get the breakdown, then I could just talk and say things and it just come out fluent because I studied. You know what I'm saying? I was like totally obsessed with not saying all the time. And I notice when I know what I'm talking about, I don't do it. You ever get in an argument with somebody, especially a woman, you ain't you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, you getting busy. And it's coming out. Or when you're angry and you really shedding your true emotions. You don't, you know what I'm saying? But when I try to eloquently say something or not try to offend somebody and say it in the right manner, then I'd be like, it's like
searching for them words.
Yeah, searching for them words.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 21. For wisdom opened the mouth of the dumb and made the tongues of them that cannot speak eloquent.
Yeah, wisdom. Open the mouth of the dumb and make the tongues of them eloquent. You don't just say or do dumb shit if you're wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get so, like, I remember the apostle said a while ago, like, we know if a nigga ain't right when we see him. I be like, damn, that's heavy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my mind spiritual, I say, I'm gonna find out when I get there, G. Because that clearly takes experience. And now I know. You could tell. And the brothers could tell me like they ain't, you know, you could see a vibe on a brother like, you straight? Yeah, I'm good. Like, nah, man, you ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Come on with that bullshit. Like, you on some other shit right now, you know what I'm saying? And a brother at you know, acquaint yourself with their proverbs, man. Yeah, no, man, I'm kind of like out of it right now. I don't know what it is. Because honesty, regardless, man, you know what I'm saying, is important, you know? But all honesty is not relevant, you know? I just tell my woman that just because it's right don't make it right. Just because it's the truth don't make it right. I'm just being real. Well, look, question. Huh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just being real.
Just being real. Is that appropriate? You know what I'm saying? No. You know, you ain't fucking McDonald's, somebody pass gas. Oh, somebody's dang. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful.
Oh, shoot, you ain't wash your booty.
You ain't want no booty, dog? You want no booty, dog? In front of everybody. That man going to commit suicide and shit. Tenderonis nowadays. You know, he done killed this nigga reputation. He probably was like this B-boy shit, feeling himself. And then, oh, nigga, you ain't want no booty, nigga. Nigga like, oh, shit. You want to jump off a bridge now, you know what I'm saying? He probably was on his first date with this bitch he been trying to get for years, and you come up, I'm stinking ass nigga, like, hook this nigga on. That bitch blocked him and shit.
And it wasn't even him.
Yeah.
It was the dude next to him.
The scriptures say all things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. Some things don't profit in certain situations. Like sometimes you just gotta shut up.
That takes what? Prudence. You know what I'm saying? But wisdom is a connection to prudence. To where you got prophecy, and you got prudence. Prudence is to like see, to know something before. You know what I'm saying? Like when we went out to the riots and shit, we was out there. I was like, it's time to go. And I just turned around, started walking, and and it's like shit. I've been on Canal Street. I could see when shit starting to stir up. Yeah, these niggas about to start acting a fool. And then next thing you know, as soon as we start walking, start acting a fool, man.
Start running.
Yeah, start running, scattering. You can see one dude running and shit. Police starting to bunch up. It's like, nah, there's something about to happen. It takes prudence, but wisdom helps you apply prudence. So knowing everything is not the end-all be-all. You got to know how to apply what you know. All right? Like I always say, you could be a black belt in karate. Somebody punch you in the face, you're gonna bite and scratch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why you didn't use your reverse punch? Oh, I forgot about that. You don't know karate. You know what I'm saying? Like, what good is this?
I ain't never been that deep.
Yeah, you know, what good is karate if you? Wow, karate sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's just trash. This nigga with the bite, he has no faith in his skill. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was when I first fought, man. I learned how to fight. I got a street fighter, I still had a street fight in me. You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, you know, after I actually start beating on people, I say, I can do this in real life. You know what I'm saying? I just know I can't hit you with my bare knuckles because I'm gonna mess my wrists up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to adjust my fight. You know? You about to say something?
No. Got me looking at her.
Huh?
Yeah. You got me driving by looking at her.
Oh.
I think you said you were trying to get her.
No, the cop was. The cop flowed down to look at her. This and that's
Trying to get him, hey, he human, top human. Blue lives matter, I guess. You know? So I gotta get a booty pic too. Yeah, that picture I saw on Facebook. Yeah. Get me. Yep.
It says Sirach 6 and 37. I read 36 again. It says, if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
Yeah, wear the steps of his door. That means you got the paint chipping on your trail. You ever seen a trail and it's just worn out from travel, man? You know, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be back and forth, just dealing. You don't gotta be a question all the time. It's just, you gotta just be in a relationship with that person. You know what I'm saying? Just talking to them. Sometimes you can open up and say some shit and they'll rebuke you or correct you. Like, nah, you shouldn't do it like this, you should do it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to, you know, somebody and be like, man, this is why I do this. It helps me feel good. I can let my head down, I can blah, blah, blah. And I just keep repeating it to me. He's not saying it over and over for no reason. He's saying it for a reason, so I just sit there like he's saying it for a reason. So let me listen, okay? Listening is a lot of power in listening and understanding what you listen. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, you all good, you all good.
It says, let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
Yeah, because you ever had the term of a smart dummy. You basically know everything, but you don't know how to use it. You never want to be that person. It's high expectations with, you got, you know, high expectations with low results, man. You know? You're a black belt karate, I see you in the alleyway getting beat up, you biting him on the arm, he knocking you out. Street fighting Bill, you seen this dude get his ass beat in high school all year. You see a black belt in the alley biting on him. Nigga, I ain't biting me! Nigga, I want this ass, this is how fighting me. Like, oh wow, you know, like, you don't use your knowledge. You know?
That correlation to the scriptures, that's why this it says, give no offense, that the ministry be not blamed. Here it is, we out here, we tell people, hey, you're not supposed to do this and that. And we over there on the side doing that, like, oh, that's what they do. That's what they really do. You know, we over here eating feather bones and shit, you know?
In the club fighting and shit.
Yeah,
like,
oh, that's what they do? That's the dudes being on the corner, that's how they get down.
Yep, that's not us, man.
Yeah,
we're not, I don't care if it's right, you're not supposed to.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
A beautiful day the Lord gave us, didn't he?
Yeah.
No sun. My name's
Yeah.
Steve.
How you doing, Mr. Steve?
How you doing, man? Hi, guys. Nice to see you. Good to see you here. Your church from down here?
Huh?
Is your church from down here?
Well, like the scripture say, where 2 or 3 are gathered.
That's where the church is. Praise the Lord.
That's it.
It is. Good. Nice to see you guys.
Well, that's about the second chapter real quick and we'll close it out.
Talk to you guys later.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the vibe.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy.
So you should have a lot of respect for YAHAWASHI. You should have a real close relationship with every element of YAHAWASHI, whether it's the scriptures, whether it's the epistles that's on videos, whether it's the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's connected to YAHAWASHI in a righteous fashion is to be respected and appreciated, because it's a definite that these elements won't be here for a long time. It's a definite that these elements won't be here, because it says it shall be what? A famine of the word, right? It ain't talking about, oh, you're not going to see any Bible. It's going to, you know, the fishes shall turn to hunters. Famine of the word. So basically all that pool of knowledge is like Call of Duty. You know, you trying to get your weapon up, that shipment ain't going to be there all the time. So you should play it while it's available. You know what I'm saying? Because when it go away, it's gone, and you got to get it the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with the truth. It's like, it's everywhere right now. You can go on YouTube, boom, 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 boom. And you got brothers, you got this. But then it's going to, out of nowhere, shut down, update. You know what I'm saying? System got an update, turn on, like it's totally different. It's like, yo, new map, new this. And if you ain't gather all your information, get all your skills up, you're gonna be just, you know, sitting duck, man. That's why you gotta gather your all now, appreciate these elements of YAHAWASHI while it is called today, man. You know?
Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability till that time.
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability at that time. Because when it's gone, and brothers not on that teaching, hey man, what's that breakdown for bro? Like, we ain't got time to be breaking nothing down right now. Like, what the everybody gonna be like, you know, they'll go from like, who is this nigga, to like, you gotta kill this nigga. Like, he ain't with us. Yeah, he ain't with us. Hey man, we ain't got no time to be.
It was the break. Go consult real quick.
See a nigga in the background doing this. It ain't that look of like trying to see you win. It's that look of like, oh, that's him.
They do that.
Come around this corner real quick.
Hey, come on, we gonna show you. Like, nah, man, I'm cool. Let's get on out of here. We know what's up.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe we gonna leave it at that. So, you know what I'm saying? See, about to start up. With that being said, we'll give all praises
To Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
I want to get a double honor to our apostles who are elders who move around. Say blessed salutations to your brothers out there teaching and doing the truth sincerely. Sincere, I become smart.
Shalom.